Hi everyone, it's Margaret Wallace Duffy from Wallace for Wellness, and it's a great pleasure today to be sitting down with Rosemary Munro of Journey to a New Life Counseling. Now, Rosemary is an addiction counselor and has been working with families, drug and alcoholic families, for 25 years. So it's an absolute pleasure to sit down with her and talk about this important topic. Welcome, Rosemary.
Thanks, Margaret, and thanks for this opportunity.
Well, you know, when we're talking about addiction, and especially when it comes to your loved one or a family member, how do you know someone's an addict?
That's a question that I get asked very often, both by family members and even people that are not sure they have a problem or not. And really, simply put, it's a person who continues to use and drink despite negative consequences.
Right.
And the criteria for that is, you know, some of the signs are personality change, delusional thinking, irrational behavior, and of course compulsive use of alcohol and drugs.
Right.
And to demonstrate that, I like to tell this story about Joe. Joe left home one morning, told his wife he'd be home that night at 8 o'clock for his sister's birthday party, important event. Joe stops off after work, you know, for a few drinks with the boys. And the next thing he knows, you know, time's going on. And because Joe is alcoholic, after he picks up the first drink, what happens is that he loses a choice about how much he's going to drink, how long he's going to drink. And also his thinking changes, so that whatever he's doing in the moment seems like a good idea. And this seems like a good idea. Joe rolls home about 11 o'clock, family distraught, his wife is angry, and he passes out on the sofa. Next morning, he comes to, feeling remorse, shame, guilt. His wife's not speaking to him. And so begins the cycle of, you know, rationalizing, you know, defending his behavior, and he's the last to know or understand himself.
Well, and you know, I know whether it's Joe and it's packaged in so many different ways, and it affects so many people. And breaking that cycle is so tough. How do you get someone to get help when they don't want it?
Well, there's still a myth out there that, you know, you can't help someone until they hit bottom. Well, the truth is, for some people, you know, death is bottom. So the intervention process is a way to bring the bottom up, to raise that bottom, so that the person doesn't have to go all the way down.
Exactly. So when we're talking about that, and your specialty, intervention, what is the purpose of the main goal of an intervention?
It's about coaching the family on how to present the reality of their drinking, using behavior in a way that can be heard.
Right. And of course, in a loving, caring, and respectful way, which is what you're there to do to help.
Yes, and that's a very fine dance, Margaret.
I bet you it is. Well, you know, Rosemary, it affects so many people and so many ways, and having you to talk about it today is really wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to more discussions with you on this topic.
Thank you, Margaret.